Wababa.
What do you understand from Wababa?
Yes.
Wababa.
Yes.
What do you understand from that?
I understand that these are married men.
Yes.
Of course, they can't be the young people.
Yes.
They can't be teenagers, youths, or working class.
Right.
These are people who are married. When you hear mbaba, ni kumaanisha yeye ni baba wa mtu. Na kwa hivyo, when you see Wababas wanting young girls,
yes,
let me put it that way, I think number one is because of lack of validation. You know, as he's saying, the word of God says that a king rules by his word. And so a husband is a king. And when he rules by his word, and the word is obeyed, then he settles. Unfortunately, we do not have premarital counseling to people who go into marriage. And I think if I was in the Department of Marriage Enrichment in this country, I would request every person before they go into marriage to have a premarital, you know, session, counseling, so that you are taught how to be a wife, how to be a husband, how do you behave. And so you find that most people do not know exactly what is expected of them. And so you find even our men, as he's saying, some of them do not know how to handle even strong women because they have never been raised to handle a strong woman. But I want to say that no matter how strong a woman can be, no woman is strong in the hands of a real man. And an authentic man. They know how to handle that woman with her strength. Because what a woman carries is the influence. The man carries the leadership. And the vision is the vision bearer. And so Wababa, I find like they have a challenge with connecting with their wives.
And the validation.
And validation, as I'm saying. So they want to get these young girls who can validate them, and they make them feel younger, you know, undesirable, you know, because, oh, I love you, I love your beards. You know, I love them, you know, they will admire them. But for us,
because at home they're not getting
that why. There's that familiarity. After staying long with someone, you feel like they know that I appreciate them. You know, I had a preacher saying that he tells the wife on January, mimi nakupenda. So atamwambia tena the next January. It may work for that couple, but women want to hear it over and over again.
Every day.
So you find that there's a lot of taking for each other for granted in marriage. And so this man will go to look for these young girls for validation. In fact, validation. Other times it can be even peer pressure. I'm drinking with a man, and I'm also a man, and he has also side chicks. And I admire how they handle him, take care of him. You know, that kind of and I think if I also got someone to just warm me up, I'll be okay. Remember even the word of God in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 1. It talks about David, who had a little girl who was brought to him, you know, to warm him up. They never had sexual intercourse, but this girl called Abishagi was brought to David when he was old to just warm him.
What is warming?
Analala saidi yake. Because the Bible says no matter how many blankets they put, I think there were no heaters by that time.
There were no.
He was never getting warm. So they looked for this beautiful girl. You know, that means young girls have some kind of heat that they carry.
Oh, yes.
Because this guy...
Ofweneke, I know you know more, but let's hear.
You're getting that. So this girl would sit to the bosom. Bosom is just like at the...
almost at the feet.
Of the feet. Yeah, and warm up David his last days before he went to be with the Lord. And so these things of men admiring young girls has not started now. It's actually from the Bible times. You remember even Vashti, you know, was replaced by Esther, who was a very beautiful girl. So these things have been there when a woman is not able to understand her position and take care of the emotional needs of this man. You get that? You know, one of the things I've come to realize about men, men are not emotional as we are. And I think that's why God put a woman so much emotions, so that you can take care of this man who doesn't have much emotions as you are. And so a woman must have many words to validate the husband, to tell him, I love you. Like when your husband drives well, I love the way you are sober in judgment when you are driving. I love like your speaking life. I love the way you have just escaped that accident. But some guy tungekufa. You know, when you keep on tearing down the ego of a man, that ego, there is a level it can't go. You get that? And so they want to go to these girls who can validate them and make them feel that they are men.
The king in them
is being soothed, is being spoken to. And so that's one of the things that I've found so many Wababas going to young girls. Another thing also, the young girls also, there's a way they behave before the Wababaz. And you feel unataka kupita nako, unataka kupita nako. Because you also, you also bringing yourself in such a way that's suggesting, I wish you'd ask me. There's a way girls will behave, and this man thinks, this girl, I think she just needs to be, so, and brings you closer. Because a man is a visual being. A man is a visual being. You get the point. You're getting that. Other men, they are looking for tighter joy wells. Because they feel like
waiting for 6 minutes notification 10 p.m.
So that this mama labda hafanyangi Kegels exercise. So this man feels like he's swimming in the ocean. So he wants to look for
Pastor Sue. Pastor Sue order. Pastor Sue.
Yes. So all these things can also be a cause.
Where?
Yes.
Ngoja kidogo.